Hi, it's Allie, and welcome back to my in-home strength and prep series. Today we're going to be focusing on our biceps and our triceps. The material we're going to need are some dumbbell weights. If you don't have any, don't worry. You can grab cans out of your pantry. You can also get a backpack and fill it up with some items to make it heavy. We're also going to need a resistance band, and let's get started. If you can't join me right now for this bicep and tricep video, don't worry, just add it to your watch later list and I'll see you then. With every great exercise, we need a great warm up. Let's start with our shoulder mobility. We're gonna grab a resistance band in front of our head and we're gonna go all the way around and back. We're gonna do this a few times. Just kind of get some movement there in our joints before we do anything crazy, like lift heavy weight. Awesome. It feels good to move. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's bring those hands back around. We're now gonna do our pull-aparts. It's literal, we're pulling the band apart, squeezing our shoulder blades together, and coming back to center. Do this a few times. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do our W's. We've done this warm up a few times, but just a reminder, tuck those elbows in. Our hands are going to be supinated up towards the ceiling, grabbing our band to make sure those shoulders are down, and we're going to pull. And back. We'll do this a few times. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, keep going, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's put that aside. We're gonna grab our weights that we're comfortable with. If you don't have weights, go ahead and grab a can, or get, I don't know, maybe a gallon and fill it up with some water. Not the full gallon if that's too much for you. Okay, so we're gonna start with conventional bicep curls. One thing I want us to remember is to keep our shoulders down. So let's bring those shoulders up, back, and down. We don't want rounded shoulders. So bring those back. We're gonna be doing supersets today, not trisets. A superset means 2 exercises back to back versus 3. We're just going to have a Superset A and a Superset B. So by your side, make sure those elbows stay tucked in, shoulders down, tighten our tummy, always a tight core, coming up and down for 10 reps. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're gonna hit our triceps. We need to go ahead and hinge at the waist. We're gonna have our arms come up towards our side. We're going to flex at our elbow joint, and then we're gonna come back for 10 reps. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, keep those shoulders down, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome, we're gonna go ahead and take our well-deserved 30-second to a minute break. We can focus on our breathing, hands on our rib cage. We're gonna take a deep breath in, expanding that rib cage, and then releasing. We're gonna do this a few times. Deep breath in, and release. Deep breath in and release. Awesome. We're gonna wait about 10 more seconds and then continue. As we're waiting, I'm gonna kind of talk about progressions because we haven't discussed that in the previous videos. So what you're seeing is I'm using the same amount of weight for each set, but what we wanna ideally do to build strength and hypertrophy is to up the weight. So for our next set, we're gonna do maybe 2 pounds more or 5 pounds more until we get stronger. I'm only gonna be using 5-pound weights this entire time, but just so that you're aware, that's what we could be doing, should be doing in order to go ahead and build up more strength, okay? Let's grab our weights all over again. Elbows tucked, shoulders down. We're gonna go ahead and flex at our elbow joint for our bicep. For 10, tight tummy. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinging at our hips. We're gonna go ahead and keep those shoulders back, tummy tight. We're going into extension of that joint for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep going, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's take our 30 seconds to a minute, whatever is best for you. Taking a deep breath in, expanding our rib cage, holding for a second and then releasing. And again. And continue. While you keep doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit more on progressions. If you don't have weight at home and you're using cans or using a backpack and filling it up, you can add more weight in the backpack, or if you don't have that as an option as well, we can also do more repetitions. So we're doing 10 reps for every exercise set, but you can bump it up to 12 to kind of help increase your muscle strength and hypertrophy in those muscles. Okay? Awesome. Let's go ahead and do our last set. Hands by our body, elbows tucked in, shoulders down, tight tummy, and we're gonna flex at that joint for 10, 9, good job, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinging at our waist or at our hips. Let's go ahead and extend that arm for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep going, 5, tight tummy, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. So we've done 3 sets, 10 reps for each exercise. That's gonna be the completion of our Superset A, but let's first focus on our breathing. Deep breath in and release, and repeat. Deep breath in and release. One more time, deep breath in and release. Last time, deep breath in and release. So we just completed Superset A, good job. Now we're gonna start on Superset B. We're still gonna be hitting our biceps and our triceps, but we're gonna first start with hammer curls. And our hammer curls are just gonna target the long head of our bicep a little bit better. So it's a variation on conventional curls. Let's have our hands tucked in. And we're also gonna do this unilaterally, so one hand at a time. Let's get started to do our hammer curl. So now we're gonna make sure our shoulders are back, our tummy is tight. We're gonna tuck in our elbows. We're gonna hold our weight like candlesticks. We're gonna have it at our side. We're gonna bring our arm up, our bicep, We're gonna go ahead and contract it up, and we're also gonna be in. We're not gonna come up straight away. We're gonna come up towards the middle of our chest and down. And repeat on our left side for 2, 3, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. We're gonna put one weight down. We're gonna put our hands in this triangle motion, and we're gonna hold our weight between this triangle sort of hand placement to hold the weight correctly. We're gonna put our hands back and above our head. We're gonna make sure our elbows are not flaring out. They're gonna be tucked in. We're going to hinge or bend at that joint and then back up. And repeat for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep going, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's it. Let's take our 30 seconds to a minute. Let's focus on our breathing. Hands on rib cage. Take a deep breath in and release and repeat. Deep breath in, hold and release. Again, deep breath in, really expand that rib cage. And release. Last time, deep breath in and release. Great, I think we have about 10 more seconds and then we'll get started. I'm just gonna kind of move my arms around because it feels good for me before we start our second set. Nice, okay. So let's grab our weight and start all over again. Tummy tight, elbows at our side, shoulders down. We're gonna make sure we're holding our weight like candlesticks. Let's start with our right arm. We're gonna bend at that elbow joint, coming towards the center of our chest and down for 1, 2, keep going, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's put one weight down. Make sure we have our hands in this diamond or triangle motion so we can hold our weight in between, coming up and around and back. Make sure our elbows are tucked, and let's extend that arm for 10, 9, keep going, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. We got one more round to go, but let's focus on our breathing. Deep breath in, expand and release. Again, deep breath in, expand and release. Last time, deep breath in, expand and release. Great. Let's grab our weight. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video and then resume whenever you're ready. So let's put our elbows tucked in, shoulders down, tight tummy, candlesticks. Right arm first for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Triceps, diamond, behind the head, elbows tucked, tight tummy, and extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You guys are doing awesome. Let's focus on our breathing. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. And last time. Deep breath in and release. All right, y'all did an awesome job, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me with my bicep and tricep video. If you liked my outfit, you can purchase your own by clicking the shelf below, and I hope to see you soon.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the Pose Library. Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.